Mutinda traveled to his sister's residence in Kasarani, sub-county for a long weekend visit, where he stayed until 30th March. Upon return, he proceeded to his room in Block E, hostel room 301, where he found his two roommates. While preparing for a scheduled hiking trip to Ololua picnic site, Eric realized he was missing a chest bag that he needed for the trip. In search of the bag, he went to Sylvia Kimondo's room, room 90, located in Block B. At the same, Sylvia was alone doing laundry since her roommate, Abigail Salama, had gone to church outside the university. During this encounter, Eric attempted to reconcile with her, urging her to resolve the issue that had led to their breakup. Despite his persistent efforts, Sylvia's family declined to rekindle the relationship. The situation escalated into a heated argument, and the suspect strangled Sylvia, resulting in her death. He then placed the body into a green media-sized suitcase belonging to the deceased and moved the suitcase to his own room. Later that day, he dumped the body in a rooftop water reservoir tank on the Block B. Honorable Speaker, on the status of the investigation, Ms. Sylvia Ayaya reported the disappearance of her daughter on the 1st April at Langata Police Station, VIDE or bin number 3114 of 2025. Ms. Ayaya revealed that in her search for Sylvia, she had visited the university and checked her daughter's hostel room. While there, she tried to reach out Eric Mutinda, hoping he could shed the light on Sylvia's last known movement. However, the suspect refused to disclose any information. On the 2nd April, the university security team conducted a search within the campus. During the search, they discovered a body dumped inside a rooftop reservoir tank at Block B hostel. The university's management immediately reported the matter to the DCI Langata. At about 6, a team of officers from the DCI homicide and the DCI headquarters crime scene investigation, the Nairobi area, responded to the scene. The key evidence was collected from the scene, and upon examination, the body was positively identified as that of the Sylvia. The suspect then attended a church service at Jesus is Alive Ministries in Nairobi and gave Sylvia's mobile phone as an offering, after which he traveled to his family rural home in Sultan Hamud Township, Makueni. While at his rural home in a company of his father and mother, news came out in national television about the discovery of a body within Multimedia University rooftop reservoir tank, and it was at this point when he confessed how he killed the deceased before dumping the body in a water tank. Subsequently, his parents escorted him to Sultan Hamud Police Station, where he was booked under bin number 444, 2025. The DCI homicide detectives collected the suspect from Sultan Hamud Police Station. During the interrogation, he confessed to the murder and also led investigators to the church where he had given the Sylvia's mobile phone as an offering. DNA samples from both the suspect and the deceased were submitted to the government chemist for forensic analysis. And on the 8th, the postmortem was conducted by the chief government pathologist, Dr. Johnson Odur, which revealed that the cause of death was asphyxia due to ligature strangulation along the blunt force injury to the head. Investigation established that Eric Mutinda acted alone with the motive identified as a relationship-related dispute. He was subsequently transferred to Capitol Hill Police Station and later presented before Kibera Law Courts for a miscellaneous application. The court granted 21 days custodial order to allow the completion of the investigation. The DCI homicide team is working in close collaboration with the Office of the DPP to ensure appropriate charges are preferred on the suspect. The matter is scheduled for mention on the 28th April 2025, when the suspect, Eric Mutinda, will be formally charged with the offense of murder, contrary to Section 203, as read together with Section 204 of the Penal Code. And I think that should be sufficient, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Honorable Donya, this matter appears to be a homicide case already before court. So you should tread carefully so that what you say and ask now does not prejudice the criminal proceedings before court. You may seek a clarification if you wish.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm well conversant with that. I did media law, and what the chair has said is very correct. I've been following on the matter. This time, the statement has really has been captured very well. I appreciate that response, Mr. Speaker, and if you could allow me, people don't know the direct line for gender-based violence. Sometimes they want to report, they don't know the number. So if I can share the number, Mr. Speaker, it can help. And if also them, they expedite on acting on GBV matters. The number is 1195. Simple, and it works. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Donya. Chair Housing and Chair National Cohesion, you'll give your responses tomorrow at 2:30. Honorable Joseph Tonui is in the House. You'll get your response, Honorable Member, tomorrow afternoon. Abdul Haro, you'll get your response tomorrow afternoon. Honorable members, before we call the next order, allow me to acknowledge Nairi Mirimo Primary School from Samburu East. Samburu is in the public gallery. I welcome the students, their teachers, and whoever is accompanying them to the house. Thank you. Next order.
Order number 8, procedural motion, extension of sitting time until conclusion of business.
Majority Leader.
Honorable Speaker, thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, like I say, today is Committee of Supply. And because of that, Honorable Speaker, I beg that, pursuant to Standing Order 33A, this House orders that should the time appointed for adjournment of the House be reached before conclusion of business under Order number 10, the sitting shall stand extended until conclusion of the business appearing under Order number 10. That is Committee of Supply. Honorable Speaker, this is one of those prime duties that we must conduct as a House. Honorable Speaker, if you allow Honorable Senior Ojwang.
Order, Honorable Ojwang.
Ojwang.
Member for Oraka.
Yes, senior. Yes.
That is better.
Yes, and this is his forte. He loves this Committee of Supply. So we have that today. So prepare your guns on this, Honorable Speaker. This is very important debate. This is very important work that we do. Budget cannot be budget without Committee of Supply. The money that we will appropriate here cannot be issued out unless we have Committee of Supply, where we supply every department with funds that they require to run the next financial year. Honorable Speaker, this is noble duty, noble task. And therefore we request, in the event that we do not finish before close of business today, we extend time to ensure that we complete the business and ensure that we leave today when we have supplied all the money, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, having said that, I know the Honorable Millie Odhiambo is one who participates very much in this debate, and therefore I'll request her to second me on approving the procedural motion to extend time of sitting until conclusion of the debate.
Honorable Millie.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I do second that this is a very straightforward procedural motion just to extend time. I do second.
Thank you. Members on their feet, take your seats. Order. Honorable members, I now propose the question at order number 8, which is that pursuant to the Standing Order 33A, this House orders that should the time appointed for adjournment of the House be reached before conclusion of business under order number 10, the sitting shall stand extended until conclusion of the business appearing under order number 10, Committee of Supply. Put the question. I'll now put the question at order number 8, order, which is that pursuant to Standing Order 33A, this House orders that should the time appointed for adjournment of the House be reached before conclusion of business under order number 10, the sitting shall stand extended until conclusion of the business appearing under order number 10, Committee of Supply. As members of that opinion say aye. Aye. Will those of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Honorable members, what it means now is that you will go on with the committee up to midnight. If you do not finish, then you will go on tomorrow morning. So we'll allow the proceedings to go on up to midnight. That's the end of the day. Today, 1 minute past midnight is tomorrow. So at midnight, we stop the clock. Tomorrow in the morning, if we are not finished, we have to get back to the committee so that we can finish, because whatever you are doing will inform and be part of the highlights of the budget statement by the Cabinet Secretary for Treasury on Thursday afternoon. Next order.
Order number 9, motion. Consideration of the budget estimates for the financial year 2025-2026. Third and final allotted day, question to be put.
Order, members on their feet, take your seats. Honorable Naika, take the nearest seat. Order, Honorable Wako, take your seat. Honorable members, I'll now put the question at order number 9, which is that this House adopts the report of the Budget and Appropriations Committee on its consideration of the estimates of revenue and expenditure and the medium term for the financial year 2025-26, laid on the table of the House on Wednesday, 4th June 2025, and pursuant to the provisions of Article 221 of the Constitution, Section 39 of the Public Finance Management Act 2012 and Standing Order 239-1, approves the issuance of a sum of Kenya shillings 2,538,593,978,440 from the Consolidated Fund to meet the expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of the votes contained in the first schedule, subject to paragraph 3, Committee of Supply. 2, makes the policy and financial resolutions contained in the second schedule to the order paper. And 3, orders that the Speaker do now leave the chair to facilitate the consideration of the said budget estimates with respect to each vote and program in the Committee of Supply as contemplated under Standing Order 240, consideration of estimates in the Committee of Supply. As members of that opinion say aye. Aye. Will those of the contrary opinion say nay? Nay. The ayes have it. Honorable GK. Okay.
Honorable Speaker.
Horses, GK, hold your horses.
your parliament sijui huko chini. Not necessary, it would not even sit well with you. Ati wewe ni coordinator alafu unatolewa ukikuja unaanza kuambiwa ni position gani iko chini huku? Atupitwe. But you know that's what it happens. That's what happens anyway.
Next order.
Order number 10, Committee of Supply.
Order, honorable members, will you be upstanding?
Honorable members, we are now in the Committee of Supply on the budget estimates for the financial year 2025-2026.
Vote 1011, Executive Office of the President.
I propose the question that the sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 5,372,401,534 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote 1011.
Programs under vote 1011, 1, Government Printing Services, 2, General Administration, Planning and Support Services, 3, Government Advisory Services, and 4, Leadership and Coordination of Government Services.
Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Honorable members, I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 5,372,401,534 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote 1011. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1012, Office of the Deputy President.
I propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 3,072,134,559 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote 1012.
Program under vote 1012, Deputy President Services.
I propose the question that the programs under vote is read out and the sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Yes, Honorable Ounda.
Chair, probably would thank you for this.
First, and then I'll come to the chairperson. First, and then I'll come to the chairperson.
Yeah, thank you so much, Honorable Chairperson. Honorable Chairperson,
I want to associate myself with the comments by Dr. Undo, that even though I'm a member of the budget committee, I think really we've said many times, it's good to get our priorities right. I hope the money we are putting here is not the money we are seeing being distributed to Kenyans all over the country. I believe this money will be put in the right use, because we said Harambes will not allow them. So I hope this money is not that money, Honorable Chair, as even we support.
Majority Leader, do you want to say something? No, let's just, that was question was being asked to the budget chair. Majority Leader, do you want to still say something, Honorable Owen? Okay, Honorable Atandi, proceed.
Madam Chair, before I respond, I would like to ask Honorable Tongoyo to just respond briefly, then I'll conclude. The Chairman of Security.
Okay, Honorable Tongoyo.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, and I want to really confirm that Makalu is a member of Budget Committee, and he was there when I was actually defending the committee. And I can confirm to the House and to the country that the money allocated to these votes are prudently used. And actually, Honorable Chair, when you compare the monies in this vote, in the current office holder, versus
the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya is an office that is assisting the President to run the country. It is not an office where somebody is spending money without work. And this is the person who assists the President to manage the affairs of the country, Honorable Speaker. So this vote is justified, and in fact, the office requires even more. We had to rationalize this vote to be in line with the revenue projections that we are having at the moment. Thank you.
Honorable members, I now put the question that the programs under the vote 10-12 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? Nay. The ayes have it. I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 3,072,134,559 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote 10-12. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 10-13, Office of the Prime Cabinet Secretary.
I propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 866,803,092 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete. I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 866,803,092 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote 10-13. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 10-14, State Department for Parliamentary Affairs.
I propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 363,508,889 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote 10-14.
Programs under vote 10-14. 1. Parliamentary liaison and legislative affairs. 2. Policy coordination and strategy. And 3. General administration planning and support services.
I propose the question that the programs under vote 10-14 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. I now put the question. Honorable Makali.
Yeah, thank you. If you listen to what the programs are, and these are the issues we are raising, Madam Chair. Coordination, administration, We are saying even as we do this, we could do better in terms of prioritization.
Yet all the bills that come in this house are under the majority leader. These are duplication and a terrible waste of national resources that could be better used to solve the myriad of problems that we have in this country. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Yes, Honorable Owen Baya.
You know, the Honorable Oundo, Professor, needs to be educated on how a bill starts. The office that is mandated with liaising with Parliament, you know, the bill bears the name of the majority leader. But the majority leader just has the mandate to table it here. But there's a whole process, But there's a whole process that starts from cabinet, that starts from many ministries and all that. Before a bill is born to be a bill under the name of the majority leader, that bill has traversed and resources are required and resources are needed for it to become a bill to be tabled in this house. So, Honorable Speaker, even the bill that we are looking at now has not been authored or done by it's a whole process. So, Honorable Oundo, please step down the politics, look at the national agenda, look at the whole country, and let's move forward instead of raising mundane issues on an important issue called supply. Supply, Honorable Speaker, and I want to educate my brother, supply is supply. We will do it. Come and question the budget. Let's handle the supply.
I put the question that the programs under the vote 1014 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that the sum not exceeding 363,508,000 to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote 1015.
Programs under vote 1015. 1. Public service performance management. 2. General administration, planning and support services. 3. Service delivery and management. And 4. Coordination and supervision of government.
I propose the question that the programs under vote 1015 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. I now put the question that the programs under vote 1015 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 701,404,489 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote 1015. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1016. State Department for Cabinet Affairs.
I propose the question that the sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 228,720,000. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 228,723,204 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote 1016. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1017. State House. 17. State House.
I propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 8,578,908,099 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote 1017.
Program under vote 1017, State House Affairs.
I propose the question.
State House Affairs.
I propose the question that the programs under vote 1017 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Schedule be approved. Honorable Mbui. Honorable Nyikal.
Chair,
Let me give Honorable Nyikal.
whereas I don't propose, I think in future, even this one, we should have the programs.
This is diligence to make sure that wherever they are, we are getting, because they have employees, they have staff members and everybody. It becomes very expensive. And we are saying we could make better use of some of these resources. It's not that we are opposing, but these are important observations so that as we go to the future, we have a record of what we are saying. We support Honorable Chair.
Yeah, Honorable Chepkonga.
Yeah, thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I stand to support this. And I think Honorable Nyikala has just requested just to know. If you are turned to the next page, Madam Chair, you will see under State House, for capital expenditure is 894 million shillings, not a lot of money, as compared to recurrent expenditure of 7.6 billion. So most of it is going towards recurrent expenditure. It is not even for development, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker. So I support.
Okay, honorable members, I now put the question that, yes, Honorable, I didn't see, you don't have your card.
No, I have.
Honorable TJ, proceed.
It was just, yeah.
Just press the intervention button, yes.
Yes, Madam Chair, Honorable Nyikal is asking a valid question, but of course he knows that, for example, members of the Western Caucus last week, it's a public knowledge that they went to State House. That nyamachoma costs money. Yes, that nyamachoma costs money. But I think Honorable Nyikal is asking a valid question that can this all nyamachomas be costed? Valid question that can this all nyamachomas be costed? So that we know that nyamachoma is so much and
where we have tight physical environment. I hope those who are in charge will save some of that money so that when, as TJ says, we are given enough nyamachoma and tea whenever we visit State House. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable members, I now put the question that the programs under vote 1017 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Honorable, will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 8,578,908,099 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote 1017. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1018, State Department for National Government Coordination.
I propose the question that the sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 244,266,125 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote 1018.
Program under vote 1018, Government Coordination and Supervision.
I propose the question during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote 1018. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1023, State Department for Correctional Services.
I propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 22 billion 344 million 709,553 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote 1024. This is? Honorable members, allow me to take that again. I jumped to vote 1024 instead of vote 1023. So we are on vote 1023. I propose, I'll let you read it out first.
Vote 1023, State Department for Correctional Services. Department for Correctional Services.
I propose the question that a sum. Yes, Mheshimiwa
Much as we are appropriating these finances to this State Department of Correctional Services, a very dangerous statement was made recently by one of the advisors to the President, to the extent that people were buying positions to get into the prison service, which is a very dangerous thing, and the government must stop embarrassing itself and give Kenyans what belongs to them, especially young Kenyans who want to join these forces. We want to plead with the government to investigate that, because it came from a very senior advisor, Honorable Kuria, advisor to the President, that people are buying these positions to get into the prison service.
Thank you. I put the question that the programs under vote 1023 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 38 billion 108 million 310,239 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote 1023. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary?
General Administration and Planning.
I propose the question that the program, allow me to put the question and propose the question, then we can get to debate. I will give you an opportunity. So I propose the question that the programs under vote 1024 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Okay, Honorable Karoli, now you can comment.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. I'm quite interested in getting to be updated or appraised whether we have made provision for issuance of ID cards to students while still in school free of charge in the ensuing financial year. I would like to hear that from the chair of that committee. Thank you.
Chair, budget, is it you or Honorable Tongoyo? Honorable Tongoyo? The question is, have you provided for ID cards? For students particularly?
We have provided money for the same, but Honorable Chair, it's never enough. That's why we keep employing this House to keep adding the resources so that we can able to provide the same.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, my members, I now put the question that the programs. Yes, Honorable Karoli, you're not satisfied?
I'm not satisfied. It would have been better if the Honorable Chair told us how much provision they have made for issuance of ID cards to students in school.
Yes, it looks like you are just passing these things without even getting the details. It involves you 3-4 functions, and that's it. Details that involves you 3-4 functions, and that's it. Can we get the details from the budget one by one so can be able to approve whatever is coming before us with the details? We are not just going to pass it just because it has come and you have to pass it.
Member for Kwanza, I think if you look at your order paper, some of the last pages, it has the details explained so that you can say this is written here, but we need a further explanation. Yes, yes, Honorable TJ.
Madam Chair, is the member for Suba South, is he in order to imply that children in secondary schools should be provided with IDs? What is the average, really, what is the average age of a child in school in the present education system? Is he implying that 16-year-olds and 15-year-olds should be given IDs?
Yes, Honorable Bayer.
To respond to the member for Kwanza, Honorable Speaker, it is very important, and maybe to contribute to the general debate, that the Committee of Supply has 3 documents. The first document that we see here, and then the second document, which is, there's also the third schedule. Honorable Speaker, if you want to understand what Committee of Supply is, you must look at all the 3 documents so that you don't have to ask these questions of, can we get the details and all that?
We must interrogate the budget in detail. There is nothing wrong for Honorable the budget in detail. There is nothing wrong for Honorable Karoli asking those details. Yeah, and by the way, this thing is so bulky, if a member has to, at one point, look at this, what is being proposed here, and then he has to go to the other side, it will take forever. So relax, Honorable Bayer, we must interrogate the budget. Okay. Yeah, you have, out of order, you have no point.
Honorable Owino, member for Diwa.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Chair. Honorable member is misleading us. Yes. What we are looking for is the Schedule 2, which should have vote and programs. That's where the problem is. You just write like the State House. The State House is not a program. We need those programs spelled out, even as we support.
Honorable members, and I think maybe there is a 4th document members should always look at, is what was given at the committee reports. So, yes, Honorable Makali.
You know, Madam Chair, it's important that we get the process right. The country moved from itemized budget to program budgeting. So if you want to see in details, you must go to the printed books. So you can't be demanding those things when we are here, because we moved from itemized to program budgeting. And that's why we are discussing about programs. But you know, you don't want to give me a chance to talk on the area where I specialize. So you need to consult me on matters budget.
Of vote 1024. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Honorable Carol, on the issue of ID card of the school children, those who attain age of 18.
That's obvious.
Yeah, I wanted to confirm that we had allocated 1.6 billion.
That's obvious.
Because
yes.
I see majority even seated in the chamber.
Thank you.
And I think it's good to report that. Thank you.
Vote 1025, National Police Service.
I propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 127 billion 91 million 374,077 be issued and 77 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote 1025.
Program under vote 1025, Policing Services.
I propose the question that the programs under Vote 1025, as read out and sums allocated in the schedule, be approved. What's your point of order, Honorable Mwenje?
Thank you, Chair. Chair, I want to bring to your attention this issue of, or just to discuss the vote on 1025, the 127 million. Honorable Chair, we have the chair of the Security Committee here. And Chair, one of the issues that was raised, what we saw before, we saw in my constituency, we saw some strangers coming, then they run around, they are recruited, and then they leave with the people who brought them. Can we get assurance? Because if we don't get that assurance, then we should not pass this budget for recruitment of new police officers. Thank you, Chair.
Honorable Alwatch, you have not had a chance. Let me give Honorable Alwatch. Olwatch, sorry.
Thank you, Chair. As I support the vote under this program, I needed to get an assurance from the Chair of the Security Committee as to whether the program budget, including the additional monies that are being asked for, includes new police stations that have recently been included. I can see in the Schedule 2 we have Schedule 3, a number of police stations where we are asking for additional money, and I'm asking this in relation to my neighbor constituency and other constituencies within Nairobi where I know new police stations were operationalized and put in place. Please confirm that this program-based budget has the monies allocated to enable these police stations to operate. Otherwise, I support.
Okay, honorable members. Yes, Honorable Shakir, I think you haven't had a chance.
Because I've...
Let's give other people a chance. Yeah.
Madam Chair, I want to...
Madam Speaker, just in support of this, Madam Speaker, the issue of recruitment is a very fundamental issue that must... the issue of recruitment, Madam Speaker, other than the allocation that you are allocating here, Madam Speaker, it doesn't make any sense for people to be paying money to be recruited or to be employed in these positions, Madam Speaker. So I wish this one should go down in history that the department that deals with the recruitment be made to understand this year that we do not want any corruption in that particular sector. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
I now put the question that the programs under Vote 1025... I thought you had spoken on this. Okay, Honorable Wamboka, please, Honorable Wamboka, you're out of order. You just need to raise your hand and say you want to speak or press the intervention button. Yes, no, but I'm not going to have a back and forth with you. Honorable Mbui?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I have only one concern because on this National Police Service, budget, that the National Police Service has, in the recent past, last year June and this year June, spent our money, taxpayers' money, and actually killed our youth, and this time they've also killed Albert Ojwang. I want to beg that as we appropriate money for the National Police Service, let them not use beg that as we appropriate money for the National Police Service, let them not use the money of taxpayers to kill our children. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. Member for...
People came in 2 vehicles, and then the people ran vehicles, and then the people ran, and at the time of the recruitment, the 4 youth that came from those 2 vehicles are the ones that were recruited. And also a 1 young man. So the total of 5 people that were recruited by prisons were not people from Embakasi South. We must make sure that if they're going to recruit people from the constituency, only the people from that constituencies are recruited, not outsiders. The prison warden cannot come driving a car and then the youth get off his car, they come run, and then at the end of the tally, we are shown that they are the ones who have been picked. Second, the murder of Ojwang. We must stop killing our youth. we must stop killing our youth. There is no way that a young man is picked from Nyanza and is brought all the way to Nairobi, very healthy. The day
Honorable
before,
Mawathe,
the
you're
day-
out of
the day
topic
before-
actually. Honorable Mawathe, you're out of topic. There was a statement issued today, earlier on.
About
in the order
hitting his
paper.
head.
Many members had a chance to respond to it. There is going to be a report being given next week. So stick to the Committee of Supply topic.
kind of, Madam Chair, it is important. This is of national interest. If there's a statement that's coming up, but it was wrong
The
for us.
statement already came up.
I know you said there's an additional point, and I hear you, and I'm fully guided. But the point still remains: the murder of Ojwang by hitting his head on the wall. That's not possible.
Okay, honorable members, I now put the question that the programs under Vote 1025.
A national administration.
I propose the question that
A national administration.
I propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 35,874,503,186 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of Vote 1026.
Programs under Vote 1026. 1. General Administration and Support Services. 2. 1. General Administration and Support Services. 2. Policy Coordination Services. And 3. National Government Field Administration Services.
I propose the question that the programs under Vote 1020 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. I now put the question that the programs under Vote 1026 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 35,874,503,186 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of Vote 1026. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1032. State Department for Devolution.
I propose the question that the sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 17,246,352,790 be issued from
Which you can see is being referred to as recurrent and development. And you know very well this money, Honorable Chair. Any money going to these counties is just being lost and plundered by these governors. They are purely just stealing money. And you know they've frozen the 10 billion that is supposed to come to RMLF. So perhaps the chair budget can clarify on this amount for devolution, and if it's not necessary, perhaps he can transfer this money to constituencies for development. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. I now put the question that the programs under Vote 1032, as read out and the sums allocated in the schedule, be approved. I now put the question, will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shilling 17,246,352,790 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of Vote 1032. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1033. State Department for Special Programs.
I propose the question that the sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 609,495,880 be issued from the consolidated fund to
so little, Chair, we need to mark it, and maybe in the future in supplementary budget we add more. So I think the special programs have been underfunded completely. 609 million is so little to meet the expectations of these marginalized areas. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. I now put the questions that the programs under Vote 1033 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that the sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 609,495,880 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of Vote 1033. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1036. State Department for Arid and Semi-Arid Lands and Regional Development.
I propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 11,238,825,658 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026.
0733000 accelerated asset development by deleting the expression Kenya shillings 5,162,002,697 appearing in column 6 gross current estimates and substituting therefore the expression Kenya shillings 4,802,002,697. Chair, allow me to explain that the National Council for Nomadic Education in Kenya, NACONEC, was mandated to promote access, retention, transition, and completion of basic education for learners in nomadic, marginalized, and other undeserved areas, specifically those in arid and semi-arid lands, that is the ASALs. Honorable Speaker, Laikipia happens to be one of those areas, and I believe for us to retain NACONEC to retain this budget at the Ministry of Education, it would enable NACONEC to ensure the alignment with education. We are not just feeding these children, but we are ensuring that they continue with their education. By allocating this money to the Department of ASAL, these are people who are detached from the system of education and may not be following through with what our children need to achieve. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chair, it's also good to remember that we are a country that is constrained on resources, and as the Ministry of Education monitors and evaluates other programs, it is good that NACONEC retains the feeding program because that is a program that will be under the Ministry of Education. Chairperson, on sustainability, for how long can ASAL continue ensuring and monitoring that our children remain in school if they
pose the question first and then you will have an opportunity? Pose the question first and then you will have an opportunity. Honorable members, I propose the question that the program Accelerated Arid and Semi-Arid Lands Development under Vote 1036, Arid and Semi-Arid Lands Development under Vote 1036 be amended as proposed. Okay, now Honorable, who was that who wanted to speak? Yes, Honorable Ngongoyo.
Madam Speaker, I rise to support the amendment. Madam Speaker, coming from Kajiado, thank you, Chair. I rise to support the amendment because, Madam Speaker, anytime education in the ASAL region is a matter that has to be combined together with the issue of movement. And number two, we have a lot of schools in Kajiado that are boarding schools that are meant to facilitate children from the nomadic regions. So I rise to support this amendment. It will favor children, specifically during movement, Madam Speaker, and I want to agree with the Honorable Kagiri that this is the right direction. Let the money remain in the Ministry of Education because we must cluster education together with these regions that are called the ASAL regions, and coming from Kajiado, this will be a beneficial attachment when it goes to the Ministry of Education. Thank you very much.
Yeah, member for Busia.
Thank you, Chair. I rise to support fully this the amendment because I come from a place where floods are frequent, and
that the money was with another body and is being moved to another body, I think really that matter needs to, because if my memory serves me well, the reason why the money was being moved from that particular organization to the ministry was because there was a bit of corruption. I don't think really that issue has been addressed by the mover of this amendment. Can we be told what is happening? Because I thought that it was being informed by the fact that the money was not being accounted for properly. So are we saying now that issue has been sorted out? And if not so, we can't return money where it has not been accounted for.
Majority Leader.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, I rise to oppose that amendment. And I want to agree there have been issues on accountability, as Honorable Makali says. And Honorable Makali has been a very diligent member of the Budget and Appropriations Committee. To Honorable Speaker, there was a cabinet decision, a decision by cabinet to move that function from the Ministry of Education, and that has since not been rescinded. 3, Honorable Speaker, the Budget and Appropriations Committee has not even considered that particular amendment and agreed with it in committee in line with Article 114 of our Constitution. Therefore, strongly oppose that particular amendment, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chair. And I can see the Chair of the Budget Committee preparing to say something. Chair Budget is preparing to speak.
But Chairperson Budget, this was approved by the Speaker and it was in the order paper. So what's the position?
Madam Chair, you know the Speaker.
Do we have a report in this House that really talks about the same, whereby we are talking about NACONEC has failed its core duties of managing these funds? We don't have that report. So if that is the case, and you know schools fall under the Ministry of Education, as much as I know that the Ministry of ASAL has capacity to do other things for the regions,